What's going on, everybody? It's AndrewJohn100 here, and welcome to the Finds a Phrase character Q&A, or the 600,000 subscriber special. Many of you have submitted questions to the cast of Freddy Fazbear Friends from the classics, the toys, the Wizards, the Glamrocks, and other miscellaneous characters from the series. Before I begin, I want to say right now that I couldn't get every single question from the announcement video. The characters got literally over 2,000 questions in total, so if your question didn't make the final cut, I apologize for that. But I managed to pick the best ones and review them over with the animatronics, and I think we're all set. So let's not waste any more time and get started. Twitchy Camera asked to Ballora, do you have the capability to crawl like a spider?
Let's find out. Morning?
Jeremiah McDormand103, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, also asked Ballora, how does she see with her eyes closed?
I have a program inside my eyes. It contains heat-seeking vision, allowing me to move around while my eyes are shut. But I don't always keep them shut. I can open them anytime I want.
Caleb the Hedgehog congratulates us for reaching 600,000 subs, but he also asked Ballora, do you have a favorite type of music in general? If so, what is it?
Oh, my favorite has to be classical music, because it makes you feel like you're dancing in an enchanted forest. Along with that, the others I also like are opera, flamenco, and even disco.
X-Gamer Official asked to Roxy, if you say you're the best, what do you think of the other Glamrocks?
Well, I only say that I'm the best to give myself some confidence, some boost. Grimlock Freddy is a sweet guy. He will always talk to you out when you're down in your lowest, no matter what. Monty can be a bit of a, he says he has some anger issues. And Grimlock Chica, well, she may have eaten too much pizza and candy, but she is the best when it comes to cooking. And believe me, her cooking skills are amazing.
Tiana Smith 932 congratulates us for 600,000 subs, but they also asked Mangle, have you ever thought about asking your friends to help repair you back to your original non-mangled self? If not possible, then how come?
Actually, I have talked to my friends about rebuilding me, but they determined it and it would be too expensive to rebuild me. And even if I did get rebuilt, the kids would have torn me up again. But over time, I've grown used to my body, and I like myself just the way I am.
This person asked BB, how does it feel that you're the most hated FNAF character? I'm the most hated character in the series? What have I ever done to you guys? I didn't do anything. Just leave me alone. Zach and Michael's channel 2522 asked Foxy, how did you get so damaged? Zach, I've always had this tattooing in my suit. Even me endo legs have been exposed since the beginning. Apparently, the company said the tattooing made me look more like an actual pirate, and they couldn't afford to give me suit legs. Kinda cheap if you ask me, but I gotten used to it over time. It has Klaus ask Wither Bonnie, how well would you say you function with one arm? It's 50-50. It makes it difficult to carry certain things, and it can be annoying, but if there's one positive that comes out of this, is that I am right-handed, so using my left arm isn't always required. This person asked Phantom Foxy, how does it feel to be a ghost, and what's your height?
Well, you've actually asked a very good question there, because with being a ghost, you can't decide which objects you want to go to and which ones you don't. But it's how further process works. In terms of my height, it's about somewhere around 6 feet or so. Don't exactly measure ourselves, so don't exactly know for sure.
This person asked Spraintrap, how do you feel after Puppet turned you good?
I'll be quite frank with you. After being boarded up behind a wall for 30 years straight, it felt refreshing. It gave me a whole new restart. But, since I knew I couldn't take back what my innards did, I could at least give myself another stab, swing at what I could do with myself.
FNAF 12342 asks, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, what is your favorite food? I know this is a pretty random choice, but my favorite food is turkey Swiss sandwiches, added with some pickles, yellow mustard, red onions, and you got yourself a tasty sandwich. I like quesadillas, they taste good.
Pizza! It is the best thing on the whole planet!
Me favorite food would probably have to be steak. Edwin's Art World asks Number Bonnie, how does it feel to be part of the Fazbear Gang after being the enemy for quite some time?
I mean, it beats being alone out in the desert surrounded by cactus and sand. For the record, I would not recommend trying it, even if you have sharp enough teeth as mine.
Mr. Dino Duquesne asks Foxy, if your hook accidentally falls off, what will you do? It wouldn't do that since it's screwed tightly to my arm joint, but if by rare chance it did fall off, I would just have to put it back on. Simple as. User, I can't really pronounce that, asked the Glamrocks, what was the most fun and exciting concert, and what made it so special, and where was it? I think the most exciting concert we've been to was at a beach in Los Angeles, California, and that was the time when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie just dropped, and the animatronics were on tour with the release of it. What made it so special was seeing the movie, meeting all you superstars, and seeing our friends again. And plus Roxy and Chica got to hang out at the beach, and Monty really liked it too. Mark the Crab asks a couple of questions for Wither Freddy. When have you started eating McDonald's? What is your favorite and least favorite food to get at McDonald's? And what are your favorite cartoons? If I recall, the first time I started eating McDonald's was back in the early 2000s. And speaking of foods, my favorite thing to get at McDonald's is the Big Mac. There's a lot of pickles on the outside with the sauce. It's delicious. And my least favorite thing to get at McDonald's is the McWrap. It's almost always served cold and it just doesn't taste good at all. And when it comes to my favorite cartoons, I don't really watch them, so I can't pick a favorite. Lindsay Copper asks Wither Bonnie, do you have your guitar? Who knows? It could have been thrown out or it could have been repurposed for Toy Bonnie. XD Midas3963 asks, a question to all the animatronics. Are you all possessed or just sentient AIs? I'm gonna have Puppet explain this. Actually, outside of Springtrap and Baby, everyone else is not possessed by anything. The classics are not possessed, the Withers are not possessed, the toys are not possessed, and I don't think the Glamrocks are possessed either. And all those rumors about the kids being stuffed into the animatronics, that's all just nonsense. Those kids were just never found, unfortunately. Bonnie Bros 31 asked to Wither Bonnie, what's it like to be ugly? To Puppet, what do you look like behind the mask? And to Sun, can I eat those crayons you're holding? It sucks being in a state of disrepair and being decommissioned, but I've learned to not let that overwhelm me, and I think I've grown to accept myself for who I am. Well, I can't take off my mask, so I can't show you, sorry.
Oh, very good question, young one. But here's what I have to say. No, absolutely no! Please and thank you.
Tyler and Jessa ask, for Chica, has anyone tried to eat Mr. Cupcake?
No, I've had kids who asked him if he was edible, but it was always a no.
Oh, and by the way, you don't need to call me Mr. Cupcake, just call me Cupcake. Ruzilla asks Wither Foxy, are you afraid of bright lights?
I'm not exactly afraid per se, more like sensitive. I mean, when you're old like me, your systems tend to be a little bit more fragile. Who did that? Toy Bonnie.
Sloopy653 asks Roxanne, where is Glamrock Foxy?
Grimlock Foxy? Who is that?
This user asks, question for Puppet, since you know magic, can't you just revive Wither Golem Freddy? Because it's not as easy as it seems. An animatronic has to have all of the major components to work properly. If it doesn't have a processing core, then I can't bring it back to life. And because of the withered animatronic's parts were discontinued a long time ago, we couldn't order parts for Wither Golem Freddy. So sadly, reviving him was a lost cause. Brian Hunter 4146 asks, hey Mangle, how did you and Foxy meet?
It all started back in the 90s when Freddy's Place was starting to kick off in popularity, so me and the toys decided to visit them, and we originally thought they were copying us, but after some talking, and that was until we found out that we were owned by the same company, so nobody was stealing anything. And that's where I met Foxy, and at first we were just friends, but over time I realized that we had the same interests and we both liked adventure, and that's when we grew fond of each other. Then we eventually got into a relationship.
Brian Hunter also asked Toy Bonnie, who is better at playing guitar, you or Bonnie? Only one way to find out. Let's hit it, Bonnie. I'll go first. Your turn now. I think we have ourselves a clear winner. Ben Nist asked, what happened to the Phantoms?
Well, the other Phantoms are fine. I visit them in the alleyways every now and then. I admittedly still feel bad there's not much we can do for them, but it is what it is.
Damage7 asked Chica, is pineapple good on pizza?
I've never tasted for myself, but it looks pretty disgusting, so I'm not gonna try it.
Oh, come on, I think you'll like it, Chica. I like pineapples on pizza, they taste good.
Well, no offense with it, Freddy, but your appetite isn't exactly normal.
So, what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's, you know what, never mind.
Jace the photo editor asked Foxy, do you think it would be cool to have a peg leg like a real pirate? It would probably be cool for you, but I like to keep me legs personally. Ironcore 2008 asked Bonnie, how did you not die from being split in half in Evil Comeback? Because Springtrap didn't strike me in my processing core, he just cut me in half. Now, of course, if I was left in that position for a good amount of time, then yes, I could have died. But because I got medical attention in time, I was able to recover from that injury. User 09 asks, is Freddy bald? Does this answer your question? I've always been bald. I've been this way since I was built. Yamil Principal 4203 congrats us on 600,000 subs, but also has some questions. They ask Freddy, how are you doing at the pizzeria? They ask Toy Chica, do you like spending time with Toy Bonnie on Valentine's Day? And they also ask Circus Baby, how do you feel about Bonnie as a friend? I'm good, thanks for asking.
Of course I love spending time with Toy Bonnie on Valentine's Day. He is my boyfriend after all.
I will admit it, it is still hard to consider him as a friend, knowing that he's my ex-boyfriend. But I'm trying not to let that get over me. So, yeah, me and Bonnie, we are still indeed friends.
Milk3880 asks if Funtime Freddy was edible.
You know what? Good question. Let's see if you're edible.
JazzCraft1983 asks Circus Baby, what do you think of Springtrap, aka your dad, after the incident with Wither Golem Freddy?
Well, after Freddy and his friends told me of what happened with my dad and the incident with Wither Golem Freddy, I was heartbroken at first, but I was trying not to let that get over me.
Robert Garcia asks Funtime Freddy, can you swap Bonbon with Bonnet?
Actually, I never really tried it before. You know what? Let's try it. Hope Bonbon doesn't get jealous.
Jewel9241 asks Frostbear, do you hate the summer?
To answer your question, Julie, yes, I do hate the summer. The weather is way too hot for my comfort. I honestly prefer cold weather. It's a good thing I'm in this freezer right now, otherwise I would melt.
Type Guy asks Funtime Freddy, can I have Bonbon?
Listen, it's like renting a DVD. You better return him. So to answer that, sure, but return him.
This user asks Montgomery Gator, how much kilograms can you lift?
I would say maybe about 400 to 500 kilograms, which should lead to about almost 1,000 pounds. Never underestimate the strength of this gear.
FNAF 660 asks Monty, how good are you on your guitar?
How good am I? I am really, really good at guitar. That's why I rock and roll.
Eric asks Nightmare Bonnie, do you like Christmas?
The ending answers that for you, pal. Go watch it.
Swaggerisk asks Wither Chica, do you eat without a jaw?
Actually, I can eat pizza just fine. As a matter of fact, I can fit more in my mouth than Chica can.
Stoopy Bird 4731 asks the Glarox, how did your band get together and get along?
We were all built in the same factory and we were designed to be a tour guide. However, I think the company is starting plans on giving us our own pizzeria.
John and Cody's Island 2262 asks Freddy, have you ever wanted to make the pizza place bigger?
No, and it's not my decision to make. And even if it was, I wouldn't want to make the pizzeria any bigger. It's hard enough keeping this pizzeria in shape as it is, but making it bigger would not only require a lot of time and money, but it would require even more effort to keep it up and running. So no, the pizzeria is not going to get any bigger, and it's going to stay the size as it is.
FNAF MS Remaster asks Golden Freddy, can we see your normal eyes?
You want to see my normal eyes? Here you go. You're looking at them right now.
Nicholas Vask 355 asks Nightmare Bonnie, do you know what happened to the rest of the nightmares?
Yeah, Freddy and Foxy are dead. Not sure whatever happened with Chica or heck anyone else that was at the old house. But, I'm kinda glad I don't, in all honesty.
I think the same user from earlier asked Mangle, do you and Foxy plan to get married sometime soon?
Actually, we're already married, but we're not gonna go any farther than that. And besides, we can't.
Caleb G asks Puppet, are you the doctor in this show?
You could consider me the doctor of this show, but I'm not the only one. Golden Freddy and Springtrap kinda do that too.
Leonardo Fanboy asks Wither Bonnie, how did you lose your arm and face?
My face was sawed off to get access to my endo face, so it was disregarded in a bunch of other parts. That was until we drove off into our old location and found my face in that same box. But when I went to put it on, it was very discolored and it was very fragile. So fragile that when I dropped it, it shattered into pieces, and it was destroyed in a state where it was unfixable. As for my arm, it was used for parts. I have no idea what happened to it.
KS asks Toy Freddy, what is your favorite snack to eat?
My favorite snack would have to be cheese with crackers. I love them. You can't go wrong with crackers with cheese on them. And besides, what's crackers without cheese? Exactly, they're just no fun without them, and they taste better.
This user asks Wither Freddy, can you build a new time machine?
After what happened last time, I'm in no hurry to build another time machine, and I probably never will.
Team Roblox asks Toy Bonnie, who's your enemy?
Other than that shadow demon that tried to possess my body, I don't have any enemies.
DAF official Roblox asks BB or JJ, what's your opinion on Subway sandwiches?
First of all, I don't know any JJ, but second of all, ew, I don't like Subway sandwiches. They just taste so odd to me.
TPP Universe asks Toy Chica, how is it to be an animatronic?
It's pretty good. Unlike humans, if you lose a limb, you can just have it reattached. And because of our systems, we can live a lot longer. But of course, like all machines, they don't last forever, and we do occasionally break down and pass on.
Diamond Haverhill asks Bonbon, what if Bonbon had legs?
If I had legs, then Freddy would have a right hand, and I would just be my own person. But it wouldn't be the same. I'm used to having Fronted Freddy always around me.
This person asked Springtrap if he could do a backflip. I'm not sure Springtrap will be up for that.
They're really asking me if I can do a backflip. Well, see, with the power of the Holy Ghost, this is easy. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Oh,
Eva asked Bonbon, do you see Fonte Freddy as a father figure, or are you just close friends? Also, congrats on 600,000 subscribers.
I see Funtime Freddy as a close friend. Father figure, that's just plain weird.
Augusto asked Wither Freddy what was it like to eat his first Big Mac.
When I had my Big Mac, I thought it was the best thing I've ever had. Oh, this is honestly making me want to have a Big Mac right now. I'll be right back.
Tyler233 asked Golden Freddy, do you still have your Fredbear suit?
No, it got lost a long time ago.
Mr. Marv asked Wither Freddy, would you rather have 10 Big Macs or 5 boxes of pizza?
That's a good question. You know what, I'll just have both.
Golden Hexagon asked Toy Bonnie, will you and Toy Chica ever get married even though you guys have known each other for so long?
Actually, don't tell Toy Chica, but I do want to propose to her. I just haven't had the guts to tell her that yet. We'll see how it plays out.
Julian the Monkey asked Toy Freddy, how many times have you gotten pushed by kids from Chica's gaming channel?
It's pretty rare, but when it does happen, I do require assistance to get back up.
Cold Cane asked Baby, do you consider Golden Freddy your uncle?
Golden Freddy as my uncle? I actually never thought about that, actually. I know Dad and Golden Freddy are considered brothers, but I think I consider him as an uncle figure rather than an actual uncle. I think, I don't know.
Sonic Speed asked Toy Bonnie, do you like hanging out with Toy Freddy from time to time?
Yeah, of course. Toy Freddy is one of my best friends. I like hanging out with him.
F4 Productions asked Frostbear, what do you do with your free time?
I really don't do much other than I just hang out in the freezer, cause it's the only way for me to prevent myself from melting. But I usually come out of the freezer every now and then, but not much.
Suriganda asked Wither Chica, why do you sound exactly like the Chica but Toy Chica doesn't?
Probably because of creative differences with our designs? I don't know.
Funtime Red Bonka Koopa asked Bonnie, has Chica improved herself for the past years?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, she does have her episodes now and then, but nobody is perfect, of course.
Reuben asked Bonbon, do you get tired of Funtime Freddy sometimes?
We occasionally split up, not because we fall out, but because we're off doing our own thing. But for the most part, I'm always attached to Freddy.
Simply Demine asked Toy Bonnie and Toy Chica, how did you become boyfriend and girlfriend?
Our relationship goes all the way back to our location when we were first built. We grew fond of each other after a couple of weeks, and then we grew into a relationship, just like that.
Bunny has no feelings asked Golden Freddy, so you ever wonder why oranges are called oranges?
Oranges are called oranges because of its color. Why do you think diamonds are called diamonds? Because that's what they are, diamonds. Or why do you think bronze is called bronze? Because of its color. And look at me! Why do you think I'm called Golden Freddy? Because of my golden color! That's why! I could have sworn I heard that question before.
Actually, Golden Freddy, oranges aren't called oranges because of the color. The word orange for the fruit comes from the Sanskrit word naranga, which means orange tree.
Huh? I didn't think it was that complicated! Not even I would know something like that!
There is more to it, but I guess I'll explain more to you later on when this Q&A is over. Moving on. Minion900 asked Glamrock Freddy, do you have any cool driving skills?
You're looking at the wrong person. Roxy is the one who's into cars.
KV Anime asked Bonnie, do you like anything else besides the guitar?
No, I haven't played anything besides my guitar, but I guess I would like to know the piano at one point.
Joss Larry asked Baby, has anyone ever entered your stomach hatch?
So far, no one has entered my stomach hatch. You consider this one as an off-limits zone, in fact.
Bernie the Cat asked Chica, do you consider the cupcake as your friend or your pet?
You know what? Good question. I do consider Cupcake my friend, but I'm not sure if I would consider him my pet.
The Firebird asked Toy Chica, how do the characters compliment you without your beak?
Some find me creepy without my beak, but there are a group of people out there who find me sexy without my beak for some reason.
Decision8652 congratulates us for our new milestone, but they also ask a couple questions. For Sprainchop, how you been feeling ever since the breakdown? He's been doing fine since then. For Andrew, I know you said you weren't planning on bringing back Wither and Freddy. Has there been any change in mind? No, and I honestly don't have a use for Wither and Freddy at this point anymore. For Chica, will you bring back your gaming channel? For the Glamrocks, what happened to Glamrock Bonnie? I'm an original fan and I love your channel, Andrew John. Keep up the amazing work.
I let go of that years ago, so it's a no.
It's not really nice to talk about, to be honest. I do miss him. Please give me a moment. I need to take a breather.
Your Artistic Bond Studios asked to go on Freddy, do you ever miss your old diner?
In some ways, yes, but I've grown out of that, and I prefer the life I have now. I'm not the type of person to dwell on the past.
To Roxanne, are you and Glamrock Chica best friends? Roxanne technically already answered that, and Glamrock Chica is unavailable to answer any questions, unfortunately. To Nightmare Bonnie, do you ever feel guilty leaving your old Nightmare friends in old style?
Guilty for the fun that came with the lifestyle? Not entirely. Guilty for leaving my family behind? I'm indifferent about it. Honestly though, if any of them are still out there, I don't think I'd be too thrilled on a reunion with them.
And they also asked Chica, have you ever heard of Thomas and Friends?
Yeah, I've seen Thomas, and I think it's pretty good. A little creepy with the model series, but overall, I think it's pretty good.
Still better than Wonder Pets! Well guys, that's all the questions answered for this Q&A, and that's all the time we have for this video. I want to once again thank you for getting me as far as I am now. It really means a lot, and to quote Glamrock Freddy from earlier, you guys are all superstars in your own way. There's more to come for this channel, and there are going to be some major changes to this channel, but I'll explain them more in a future video. This is AndrewJohn100, thanking you for 600,000 subscribers, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!